Hey gang, Tony here. I'm in a different location right now because I just got a package in the mail that I wanted to unbox for you guys. And then I am also going to test what's in here, so I am in a different location for that reason. This is a little different than the stuff I usually unbox on the channel, but it's kind of been a while since I did anything like this. And I wanted to make some more videos, so I figured might as well do this. What I have in the bag, if I can open it, and the reason I'm testing it is because it's off of eBay, and I wanted to, should have brought my knife, and I wanted to make sure that everything works, because God knows, you know, sometimes the things off of eBay aren't the best condition. So what I have here are two Super Nintendo controllers, unofficial Super Nintendo controllers. So these are, I believe the name of the company is Old Skool. Yeah, Old Skool Super NES controllers. There's two of them. They're in open boxes that have been torn on the back. Normally I'm pretty obsessive about getting official stuff. Like, I'd rather have official controllers, and I do have official controllers, but I was scrolling around on eBay and I saw these they were on for $1.99 for the two of them with free shipping, and I put a bid in and I ended up getting it for like $2.50. So for $2.50 I'll take, you know, these, and you know, the nice backup controllers. So they're supposedly new in open boxes. They're, as you can see, they look pretty much like your standard Super Nintendo controller. They feel a bit lighter to me. And of course they don't say Nintendo on there anywhere, which is how you know that they're not official. And I got a second one here. Seems to be same deal. Looks like pretty good condition in terms of usage. So I figure they've probably never been used, and if they have been, I'm not really too worried about it. They do have a very light feel to them. I'm kind of curious. I have official controllers right over here, so I'm going to grab one to show you guys how close these look, and just to give them, I want to see, I guess they're both pretty light. So here is the official Super Nintendo controller next to one of these Old Skool Super Nintendo controllers. They are, let's put them side to side here. They are exactly the same size. The buttons all look pretty much the same. They have a similar feel. They're probably going to be alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test these out. You may or may not have heard in the background the music, because I already have my Super Nintendo all set up so that I could test these out. So I'm going to flip the camera around and let you guys take a look at the screen while I mess around with these controllers, make sure all the buttons work. And what I have in the old Super Nintendo, I'll flip around here. Let you guys see Super Nintendo there. So I have that all hooked up. I'm going to just quickly plug in a couple of these controllers, and we'll see how they work. So there's one. The length of the wire seems about the same. I didn't really test it side by side. So over to the TV, and I have Super Mario All-Stars and Super Mario World in the machine. Let's see how this works. Start. Alright, start button works. And we have our choice of Super Mario 3, Super Mario World, Super Mario 2, so on and so forth. Let's try Super Mario 2. New save. I love Super Mario 2. This is one of my favorites. And you know what? Princess, haha, she floats. So, I'm gonna start the game off and see how it goes. Alright, we got jump. Jump buttons work. It's looking pretty good. I got to admit, I like the feel of these. I do like the feel of this controller. It's a little plasticky. I don't know if that makes sense to you, that plasticky kind of feeling, but I forgot all about the potion. I wasted all my coins. No. Oh well. One coin. Ah! Alright, so that one's looking pretty good. So why don't we go out? You have to save and quit, huh? Alright. Go back out, and I'm going to plug in the other controller, see how that one works. So this first one seems to be pretty good. Second one going in now. Let's try a different game for the second controller. For this one, why don't we do a little Super Mario World? Yay, Super Mario World. I didn't get to play this game very much when I was a kid because I didn't own a Super Nintendo. I had a friend next door, though. Next door neighbor. Who owned one. Went up. And I used to go over and play his. Well, I'm gonna say that these are pretty decent. Hey, Yoshi. They're certainly not an official controller, and there's definitely a different feel to these. If you've ever used an off-brand controller, you probably know what I'm talking about. Uh-oh. So, sorry, I'm getting into the game now. That's all for me today. Flip us back around for the end of the video. Thanks for watching, everybody. So, my final verdict on these old school Super Nintendo controllers, if you could get them cheap, I think Amazon has them for like $6 or something like that. If you need an extra controller sitting around just in case, or, you know, in my case, I might use these to sell some of my extra consoles with so that the people buying them have controllers. You know, I'll let them know that they're third party, of course. They're a pretty good bargain, you know. I mean, less than $3, got a couple extra controllers. Will I use these instead of the official Super Nintendo controllers? Probably not. They have a different feel to them, which isn't bad necessarily, but when you press the button, and it's really hard to explain, there's a crisper snap to them, which is really hard to really describe, but like I said, it's not necessarily a bad thing. If I had one of those sitting around and I couldn't find an official controller, I'd have no qualms popping it in. So, alright everybody, I'm going to get going. Have a great weekend. Breathe deep in the night. Enjoy.